3 really important but simple secrets that has helped me and my students go from anxious, overwhelmed, and constantly on edge from that chaos to calm, clear, and free, no matter what life throws our way. And I promise that these secrets, they're going to be simple, practical, and you don't need hours of time to make them work. So we're here for an hour together. And if you stay until the end, I do have a free bonus that I will share with you. And I will also be staying for a live Q&A if you have any questions at all. So any questions, again, just feel free to put them in the chat and I'll answer them at the end of our time together. So I invite you to really just put everything else away and really take this time for you to focus on your growth and your learning. And to help you with this, I would like to do just a quick exercise together to really help to open up our heart center. So I invite you just to place your hands just on your heart center and just taking some nice deep breaths in and out. And I'm going to show you what to do, but then you're welcome to just close your eyes and just taking some nice deep breaths. And what we're going to do is we're just going to move our arms in and out like this. We're just welcoming up the space and just moving some energy in and out. So just moving your arms in and out, just opening up, clearing the energy with the intention of removing any negative energy surrounding you, clearing out the old, clearing out the 2025, bringing in the new, the good, the positive, everything into 2026. Love, abundance, joy, and just opening up your body as well to receive. Receive the information that you're going to be hearing today, the energy and the love that's going to be shared today. So just feeling all of this space you're now creating in your body, outside of your body. And when you're feeling ready, you can just place your hands back onto your heart center. Taking a big breath in and noticing what you feel right now. Repeating the affirmation that I am calm, joyful, open to receiving, and trust that the universe will support me. When you're ready, just gently opening your eyes and coming back into the space today. So I'm Christina, and I'm a mindfulness, meditation, and manifestation mentor. I've spent over 20 years working as a nurse in healthcare, caring for people, teaching, training others, and I've done deep training in ancient wisdom, meditation practice, science, and modern practices. I wasn't always this calm and centered. I went from feeling stressed, overwhelmed, disconnected, to finding peace, clarity, and purpose through exactly what I will be teaching today. I'm also Libra, forever seeking balance, contradiction, where I love meditation, but I also love trash TV. I follow an anti-inflammatory diet. However, I still enjoy my nights out with a good glass of wine and some nice food. And I'm also a mom of a little one that constantly teaches me patience, presence, and unconditional love. So I love teaching, meditating, and helping people. And I help women do the inner work to break free from the stress cycle, to be the free and peaceful versions that they were always meant to be. So if you want to connect after the class, if there's any questions or thoughts, I'd love to hear it. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I have my handles there. And then I also have our support email there. I will be sending out emails after the session with the recording and different information about what we have going on here. So just feel free to reply back to that email as well, and it will go directly to me. So I see so many people that are just stuck. They're stuck in the cycle of stress, anxiety, disconnection, and just running on empty. And it just stops them from being able to pursue their dreams, which is why I do the work that I do. And I believe your life is capable of so much more than stress and overwhelm. You just need the right tools and guidance to access it. Meditation and mindfulness are actually incredible, simple tools that do not need to be complicated. You do not need to meditate for hours to feel better or to see a difference in your life. You can add short sessions to your day and notice huge changes. It's about remembering who you are and who you were always meant to be. And when you reset your body, your nervous system, your energy, you align your actions and purpose, you naturally attract what is meant for you. And we're going to talk all about that in this session. And by using simple strategies, peace can really become your power. Presence can become your magnet, and the universe can just guides, loves, and supports us on our way. So I'd like to just make sure before we get started that we're in the right place. So just a quick check-in. So you're in the right place if you want to feel calm and in control without all the confusion, and you're maybe not sure how, but you know you finally want to feel better without feeling like it's another thing on your to-do list. You're in the right place if you're trying to quiet your mind, but you end up stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, and you want to learn how to calm your mind in a way that actually works, and you don't have to stay stuck feeling like this for years. You're in the right place if you love being someone others can count on, but you don't love constantly running on empty and giving yourself nothing in return, because you want to show up for people and things that matter from a place of fullness and not depletion. And you know you need to slow down, take care of yourself, but you're really not sure how to make that happen. And you really want to make self-care part of your day naturally, not like it's another chore. And you're in the right place if your ultimate dream is just to have peace and freedom, and you're finally ready to feel it. So you can wake up each morning calm, be present with your loved ones, and confident you're living with intention instead of reaction. So if you found yourself nodding to even one of these, you're exactly where you need to be today. And this class is going to show you what's been missing and how simple it can be to find calm again. I'm going to pack this class with as much as possible. I really appreciate your time and thank you for being here. You're going to walk away with simple, practical tools that you can start using right away to find more calm and clarity in your day. And if by the end you're feeling ready to go deeper and you're looking for a special deal, I'll share how you can continue this journey with me. Okay, so before we begin, I want to have a little bit fun. So we're going to do a pop quiz and we're going to start with some questions and they're going to be true or false questions to see if you know the answer. And by the end of this session, you will know the answer to these questions. So our first question is, I just have to close my chat. True or false? Your body, aka your nervous system, can't tell the difference between a real threat and the thoughts in your head. So true or false? So throw the answer in the chat. Okay. Question number 2, true or false? The quality of your thoughts and emotions directly impacts what you attract into your life. True or false? Nice. Question number 3, true or false? Your mind is like a muscle. The more consistently you train it, the calmer, and stronger it becomes. True or false? Question number 4. Meditation is about stopping all your thoughts and having a blank mind. True or false? I love we have so many people participating. That's great. And our last question, true or false? Even 5 minutes of meditation can begin to rewire your brain. Okay, so by the end of the session, you will have answers to all of these questions. We're going to cover that through the session today. So I want to introduce you to a life-changing strategy that I have learned, and it is that a simple intentional meditation is the fastest, easiest, and most sustainable way to find your calm again, no matter what's happening around you. So what is a simple intentional meditation practice? It is a short, consistent, intentional moment focused on key strategies to rewire your mind and body to respond differently to life so that peace becomes your natural state. And what I'm going to show you in this class is how mindfulness, energy work, meditation, and manifestation can become your go-to tool for peace and freedom, and how to make it work in your busy real life. So by the end of our time together, you'll see why this approach is so powerful and how it can change everything for you. So let me show I want to show you what this looks like in person. But before we do, I really want to go over something that's fascinating. And honestly, one of the reasons that I fell in love with this process in the first place is that meditation is extremely powerful and is proven to be successful in only minutes a day. Science now shows that meditation doesn't just make you feel calmer, it actually changes your brain. And with regular practice, the amygdala, that's the part of your brain that's responsible for stress and fear, it actually starts to shrink. And at the same time, the prefrontal cortex, the part that helps with focus, decision making, and emotional regulation, that gets stronger and thicker. So it's not just a mindset, it's measurable, and your brain is literally rewiring itself for calm and resilience every time you meditate. And here's something that most people don't know is that meditation also slows aging at the cellular level. It boosts the health of your cells, it increases your energy, and it supports your body in repairing and recovering, which means clearer thinking and a longer, healthier life where you can be present for yourself and for your loved ones. So when you commit to a simple, intentional meditation practice, you're not just calming your mind, you're literally training your brain and body to live from peace instead of stress. So now that you can see how meditation literally reshapes your brain and changes your body, I want to talk a bit about what it actually means to have an intentional meditation practice, because there's a big difference between just sitting in silence, trying out a few things and using meditation intentionally to shift your energy, your thoughts, and ultimately your reality. So I want to bring this to life with a few examples. These are all made up, and maybe you've seen yourself in one or maybe two of these kind of moving forward. But let's talk about Perfect Penny. So Perfect Penny, she wants everything just right. The house, the emails, the dinner plan. She is the classic overachiever. She stays constantly busy and works harder anytime things feel out of control, but she's exhausted from chasing perfection. Intentional meditation helps her notice her perfection and overachieving without judgment. She starts to see beauty in the imperfect moments, and with that comes a huge wave of relief. She feels lighter, happier, and begins celebrating progress instead of criticizing herself for not doing enough. Now, instead of spiraling when something doesn't go perfectly, she smiles, breathes, and moves on. and life feels lighter, more peaceful, and actually more aligned. She begins working smarter and not harder, and actually is enjoying her life. Work feels easier, people respond better, and opportunities start finding her. The next one is emotional sponge Emily. So she feels everything and everyone. If her partner's stressed, she's stressed. If her coworker's upset, she feels it in her body. And she pushes down her emotions because that's what she learned how to do. She absorbs other people's emotions without realizing it. And by the end of the day, she's completely drained, heavy with energy that isn't even hers. With intentional meditation, though, she begins every morning. She checks in with her energy before taking on anyone else's. She learns to notice what emotions are hers and what belongs to others. And she still has a big heart, but now she protects her peace. And most importantly, she starts spontaneously setting healthy boundaries with those around her. It is a bit hard at first, but people around her understand or find someone else to dump their emotions on. Her days naturally feel lighter and she has more energy at the end of the day. She knows she can be supportive without absorbing everyone else's stress, and that changes everything. And then we have overthinking Olivia. So Olivia's mind never stops. She's replaying conversations, worrying about the future, second guessing herself, and she is her biggest critic. Intentional meditation helps her to observe her thoughts instead of drowning in them. She no longer replays conversations or worries about what might happen next. She simply is here, and her family notices and they feel more seen. She enjoys her time more because she actually is thinking about what she is doing in the moment. She's connecting, making memories, and living life. She laughs more, she listens more, and she feels deeply present in her own life. People enjoy being around Olivia so much that she naturally attracts positive, helpful people into her life. So these are some examples, and they all have one thing in common, is that they were stuck in this reaction mode, but adding intentional meditation into their day, they were able to shift. Their emotions softened, and because their energy changed, they were able to attract a different way into their life. And that's the power of intentional meditation practice, to move from that chaos to calm, from stress to alignment. So what would it look like for you if you could wake up before your alarm, actually feel rested, you sip your morning coffee instead of chugging it, and you move into your day calm, clear, and present, not rushing or reacting? What would it look like if your to-do list is growing, your family is arguing, a coworker's tone is off, but instead of snapping or being pulled into everyone else's emotions, your peace leads the way with ease? And what would it look like if you didn't have any racing thoughts? You did not second guess your decision. You actually enjoyed your evening with your phone down, your mind quiet, and your heart open. You fall asleep quickly and realize that the anxiety, perfectionism, self-criticism that once ran your life is finally gone. So here's what happens if we don't have that meditation or mindfulness in our lives. So this is what I like to call the cycle of stress and survival. So we've got perfect Penny. So she is still holding herself to impossible standards. She wants everything to be just right. The work project, the home, the conversation, and she keeps pushing herself harder and harder, thinking that if she does more, she'll finally be on top of things. But because she is so good at what she does in other people's minds, her coworkers keep piling on more. She gets praised for being productive, but inside she's just exhausted. She's running on empty, and she spends her nights lying awake, unable to sleep. No matter how much she does, it just never feels good enough. And when she falls short, she spirals into guilt and shame, wondering, why can't I just get it right? Not realizing that the standard she's chasing doesn't even exist. And then we have emotional sponge Emily, who feels everything and everyone. And she just cannot process her emotions. Everyone's dumping their emotions on her. And without realizing it, at the end of the day, she's completely drained, heavy with energy that isn't even hers. And she's so busy trying to fix or soothe everyone that she forgets to check in with what she's really feeling. And then overthinking Olivia. So she keeps replaying every conversation, every decision, and she's constantly analyzing, did I say that thing wrong? Did they misunderstand me? Her mind never turns off. And even when she's home with her family, she's not really there. They can feel the distance, even though in her heart, all she's trying to do is love them better, and they think it's something with them that is keeping her distant from the family. So this is the path of the broken cycle, that cycle that many of us can get stuck in without realizing, and I can relate to every single one of these characters, is that we keep doing, helping, worrying, or controlling, thinking peace will come when life finally slows down or some miracle will happen, but it never does. And that's why intentional meditation becomes a turning point. It's what stops the cycle, it creates space for calm, and really helps you come back home to yourself. So this is what it looks like in action. Your alarm jolts you awake after a restless night, but before your feet hit the floor, you're on your phone, you're checking in on everyone else, you're feeling that familiar tightness in your chest. Every little thing feels like too much, the tone of a response, an unexpected task. You react and then feel guilty afterwards, and you hope tomorrow will be calmer, but it never is. The cycle just keeps repeating. Or you collapse on the couch, scrolling mindlessly, trying to turn off your brain, but it won't stop replaying the day. You overanalyze your conversations, you worry about tomorrow, and fall asleep exhausted, knowing you'll have to wake up and do it all over again. So I know how it feels like to be all of these people, and that's why I brought them up as examples. But today, what I'm going to share with you is 3 powerful secrets that you can use intentionally in your day. And the best part about them is that they don't need hours of free time, fancy equipment, or a perfect meditation setup. Just a few simple shifts that we're going to go through together right now that completely change how you can experience your day. So let's dive in to the first secret here. So the first secret is the inner quiet shift. So it's about turning down the mental noise and reconnecting with yourself. So we live in a world full of noise, endless to-do lists, constant stimulation, and we're so used to going, doing, and fixing that we forget what it feels like to just be. But when you take a few intentional minutes to slow down, to breathe, to check in with yourself, you reconnect back to your mind, your body, and your heart and your soul, and everything starts to shift. You begin to hear that quiet inner voice that's been trying to guide you all along. A few small shifts can really make the difference. So the first shift is using breath work, and we're going to be doing this all together. This is my favorite breath, and I do it anytime I need a reset. So anytime I'm feeling stressed, anxious, or in need of a reset, this is the first tool that I like to come to. So it's the 4-7-8 breath or the 4-8 breath. So you can use either option. The 4-7-8 breath is breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 7 seconds, and then breathing out for 8 seconds. Now, some people, if you have a lot of stress in your life, you may not be able to hold your breath. So if you find the 4-7-8 breath is not working for you, or you already know that it's difficult for you to hold your breath, just do the 4-8 breath. So that's breathing in for 4 seconds and breathing out for 8. And then that's just repeating it. Breathing in for 4 seconds, out for 8 seconds. So we're going to do that together here to practice. So I'm going to lead you through the 4-7-8 breath work. But if you're more comfortable, I invite you just to go into the 4-8 breath yourself. So finding a comfortable position, you can close your eyes if you like. And we're just going to breathe in for 4 seconds. So in 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 7. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then out for 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll just invite you to do in for 4, holding for 7, then out for 8. So we'll just do a few rounds of that. In for 4 seconds, holding for 7, then out for 8. Just finishing up your last breath. You can return to normal breathing when you're ready. And just noticing how you feel with that breathing technique. So what it does is it shifts us out of that stress response and puts us into that resting response, that parasympathetic response. So I hope you notice a difference in how you feel. So you can access this anytime you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and see if that helps you. So now we want to continue to connect with back to our body and rest our mind. You're doing the inner quiet shift. So there's a few more things that are really important that we can start to do if you're noticing that stress, anxiety, and all of that is taking over. So first of all, I want you to be really careful with the amount of news or social media that you consume because your body cannot tell the difference between real danger and what it sees on a screen. So your nervous system cannot tell the difference between real threats and thoughts in your head. So if you're finding that you have lots of anxiety, lots of stress, I'd recommend immediately cutting back on what you're doing. It might be hard to cut it off completely, but cut it off and remove it. Stop listening to the news. Stop watching shows that are particularly stressful and see if it helps you moving forward. The next one is to really look at how much caffeine or alcohol that you're consuming. And that's another really good one to cut back on. Caffeine can be very overstimulating and it can be really hard on your nervous system as well. So those are two things that you can really cut back on. For myself, I don't, listen to the news. I don't have anything with caffeine in it on a regular basis, and I found that's made a huge difference for myself as well. And I really try to limit my consumption of social media, even movies, shows, and alcohol for the most part. And the third one is about adding quiet, mindful moments into your day. So this involves going for a mindful walk where you just try to focus on your steps. So you're feeling stressed, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling overwhelmed. That's your body saying, I'm overstimulated, I need to take a break. So take a few minutes to go outside is always the best, but even if you can't go outside, going inside and just focusing on the steps that you're taking. So right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, and just taking time just to focus on the present activity that you're doing is a great one. Going outside in nature and observing just our beautiful world is another really good one to help bring some calm into your day. And then the final one is one that I didn't even know was a thing. It was something I was naturally doing, but it's about looking around. So we spend so long just staring at computers or our phones in a very focused, stressed gaze. And if we can take even a few minutes every hour or every couple hours to just expand our gaze. So ideally, looking outside is a great place. Like if you have your computer or a phone near a window and you can even just look outside, that's great. And it just really teaches our nervous system that it's okay to slow down. We are safe, and it pushes us from that sympathetic nervous system response to the parasympathetic now. So when we're having that response, we're always have a narrow gaze, which is why looking at our phones, looking too much at a computer screen can cause that stressful response. So just try it now, just looking away from your computer or your phone and just gazing away and just noticing how you feel. So this is a really powerful one as well. If you work a lot, you do long shifts, you're not very good at taking breaks, this is an easy one you can even just do at your desk and just do the expanded gaze just at your desk. Okay, and the final inner quiet shift we can make is really about taking some time for self-love pauses in the day. So somewhere along the way, many of us forgot how to truly love ourselves. Maybe we were never really shown how. We learned to achieve, to take care of others, to hustle, but not to return to our own hearts. And when we lose that connection to self-love, we disconnect from the energy that creates everything. So alignment, peace, manifestation, and joy. And self-love pauses can help bring that shift back. It can be whatever brings you joy. So it can be daily affirmations that say, I am worthy, I am loved, I am deserving. Taking a moment to journal, getting a massage, taking your favorite class, reading your favorite book, listening to your favorite song, but just something where you are showing yourself that you are loved. And the best and most important and longest relationship that we will ever have is the relationship that we have to ourselves. And when you do that, you reconnect to self-love. We actually connect to the love of the universe and to others, which is the foundation for manifesting anything you desire. And we will dive even further into this if you want to learn more from me. So that brings us to our next secret, which is the energy attraction framework. So this allows us to become magnets for joy, freedom, and love using these three simple shifts. So let me ask you something, and I'd love for you to put it in the chat. On a regular day, how much energy do you have? And I want you to think about maybe how much energy do you have when you wake up, by the end of the day, maybe by Monday versus Friday. But just think about how much energy do you have right now in this moment? How much energy do you feel when you're on vacation or you have some time off? Yeah. And what most people don't realize is that your energy isn't just physical, it's emotional and energetic too. And our energy extends beyond our body into our biofield, where it can even be sensed by those around us. So it's extending beyond our physical body. And our energy gets blocked by old patterns, past experiences, and unprocessed emotions. Our energy is a messenger of our emotions, how we are feeling internally, good or bad. And when that energy is stuck, we feel drained, anxious, and disconnected, no matter how much coffee or sleep we get. So if we can learn to to lead and be aware of our emotions, we can use them in our guidance system. So this one concept has taken me years to figure out. And when I saw this, it blew my mind. So first, we want to invite more awareness into our life on what we are actually feeling. Many of us were told to push down our feelings and keep going, and didn't develop that skill to connect in with ourselves. So it's time to unlearn that. And this skill is going to help us so much on our path. So here is a list of the emotions so we can all be on the same page. And they are rated from the high vibrational emotions to the low vibrational, the low vibes at the bottom. So you're welcome to take a screenshot of that if you like. Do you have that? And your emotional state, it isn't just a feeling, it's a frequency. It's a frequency that's shaping your reality. So it ranges from those low vibrational emotions like fear, grief, and despair, all the way up to the high vibrational ones like love, joy, freedom, and appreciation. So it's not about judging where you are, it's about bringing that awareness in and noticing what your thoughts are and how your body is feeling. And here's what's really fascinating is that our biology changes with our emotions. So when we're feeling fearful, our brain and body go into survival. We get our inflammation rises, our blood pressure goes up, and our perception narrows. And when we're calm or loving, everything opens. Our body heals, our focus sharpens, and the world literally looks and feels different. So we can use these types of awareness that we're getting from our emotions, from our body, to notice how we are feeling. So then we need to invite more awareness into what those around us are feeling and start to notice their emotions. So many of us are better at recognizing this in others than we are ourselves. So this might be easier than doing it for yourself, but how can we invite more awareness in those of us around us? I feel you're feeling frustrated, or how can we protect ourselves from those around us on a lower vibration? And if you've heard of something like cutting cords, it can be as simple as just knowing that person's energy and knowing that you're not going to take on their energy. So it's about observing how you're feeling when you're around that person, and then also deciding how much time you want to spend around them. There's people, I know you've experienced it before, that you hang around them and by the end of it, you're like, oh, I'm so drained, I'm exhausted. And then there's people you hang around and you feel lit up, and they could even be talking about the worst moment of their life and you still feel great. It's just the vibration that they are giving off. And that makes a huge difference on your energy and the energy that you're putting out into the universe and what you're getting back to as well. So it's really important to shift your energy. So if we're looking to shift to higher vibrational energy, we need to be surrounding ourselves with higher vibrational experiences, energy, and people. So when we learn to raise our emotional vibration, we can change what we attract. And once we know where we are at, we can move up. So maybe today you're feeling frustrated. So the next step might be acceptance, or even just saying, I'm doing my best. So each small shift that you can make to move you up the vibrational scale, you'll notice even just a little bit, the world is going to start responding differently to you. And that's why we say things like, when it rains, it pours. When you're stuck in this low vibrational energy, things just keep continually going wrong and things are not flowing. Where you see people in a high vibrational energy flowing and things just continue to go well for them. So it's important, just instead of just jumping, flying around, but just taking small steps. So naming your emotion, taking time to process and really understand what you're feeling. Spending time in meditation really helps us to rest the body, mind, and soul and connect back to yourself to really understand what are you feeling. So it's a great opportunity to use meditation to figure out how you're feeling for just a few minutes. And then try shifting your energy just even up one step at a time. And each little shift you make moves you higher up the vibrations. And the best part is every time you do that, your entire vibration changes, and so does what you attract. And I just want to bring to mind, I want you to bring to mind a woman. So imagining yourself as a woman that lives in joy, a woman or man that lives in joy, abundance, and love. You can even close your eyes, just imagining those feelings of joy, abundance, and love. And imagining that tomorrow you wake up as that person. And just sitting in these emotions of this, how do you feel? Is there anything that she wants you to do or to feel? And what is she saying to you? And that is a powerful way that you can start just shifting your energy, because we're always manifesting whether or not we're aware of it. And our outer world is always reflecting that inner energy or emotion that we're giving off. So when we start to gently raise our emotional vibration through awareness, through meditation, through presence, everything is going to start flowing more easily. And you'll notice better moods, lighter energy, and new opportunities appearing without forcing or pushing. And again, we'll dive more into this if you want to learn more from me. So let's dive into the third secret, which is the calm conditioned method. Because even when you're doing everything right, you're meditating, you're breathing, you're being mindful, your mind can still put you back into old habits, overthinking, or perfectionism. So this next secret changes that. It's where everything starts to click because you realize that your mind isn't the enemy. It's like a muscle. And just like your body, when you train it with consistency and intention through simple, repeatable practices, it gets stronger, calmer, and more resilient. So most people get frustrated with their thoughts. They come up during maybe the most inopportune times, negative, critical, never-ending thoughts. And many think that meditation is about having no thoughts, but it's not. It's about learning to direct your attention with intention. And every time your mind wanders, when you meditate, you bring it back. You bring it back to your breath, to a mantra, or to a feeling of peace. You're literally training your brain. You're building strength, focus, and emotional resilience. And just like working out at the gym, consistency is what leads to transformation. So you wouldn't expect to go to the gym once and feel fit for life, or expect to get up from the couch after never running and running a marathon. But many of us think that we should just sit down and be perfectly still and have the perfect meditation. But the same thing goes for meditation. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay calm in stressful moments, to catch your thoughts before they spiral, and to return to peace faster. And this is how you build a mind that works for you and not against you. So the more you use meditation as a tool to help you train your mind, the more your thoughts will also lessen outside of your meditation practice. So we all have what's called the monkey mind, and that's busy, restless chatter that jumps from one thought to one thought. It worries, it plans, it criticizes, it replays, and lots of thoughts is a symptom that you have stress that is stuck in your body that you need to get it released. So lots of thoughts is a sign of stress. And most of us spend our entire lives being pulled around by it, by lots of thoughts in meditation, but those are normal and they're part of the process. And it's a sign that stress is actually being released from your body as well. So it's also a good sign. But here's the shift, is that meditation is the practice of gently taking that monkey mind and putting it on a leash, not to control it, but to lovingly guide it back when it wanders. And that leash might be your breath, your mantra, or even a simple focus point. And every time your mind runs off and you notice it, that's not failure, that's training. And every gentle return builds strength, awareness, and emotional resilience. So that awareness piece is the hardest time. So if you've never meditated before, you're not used to bringing your awareness back. So when even being aware of your thoughts is a really powerful first step. And then you just have your second step of bringing it back to your focus. So you don't need long meditation sessions to see these results. In fact, even starting small is one of the most powerful ways to really build a sustainable practice. So the key though is to not judge your meditation by what happens during your practice. Your goal isn't to have a perfect thought-free session. And I hear this time and time again. It's really to build a mind that's calm, clear, and steady outside of your practice. So the real results show up in your daily life. You notice you're less reactive when something happens. You catch negative thoughts before they spiral, and you handle challenges with more grace and calm. And that's how you know that your training is working. You're strengthening your mind. So when you start seeing meditation as mental training, not a performance, everything changes. So go into the practice with no expectations other than to rest the body. Whatever happens, happens. Your goal is to rest and try to focus on a mantra or your breath. And if you find your mind wandering, you return back to your focus until the time is up in your session. And even the smallest daily practices can completely change your results for you. So right now you might be thinking, sure, that's great. But how do I find time in my day for this? My day is so packed. How do I fit this in? And I hear this one all the time. And honestly, I used to think the exact same thing. It was really hard for me to start my meditation practice and to even bring any mindfulness into my day. Between work, family, and life, the thought of adding one more thing to my schedule felt absolutely impossible. But what I discovered is that meditation doesn't take time, it actually gives you time back. Because when you just take 5 minutes to quiet your mind, you become calmer, clearer, and more focused, and you move through your day with less reactivity, less stress, and fewer mistakes, which actually saves you energy and time later. So it's like the reset button from your brain. So you might also be wondering this one. Sure, that's great, but what if I can't stay consistent? So I hear this one tons of time again as well. And I want you to know right away that consistency does not mean perfection, it means practice. So you might miss days, you might go through seasons where life maybe feels too full, and that's completely normal. Meditation isn't about doing it perfectly, it's about remembering to return. And each time you come back to your practice, even after a break, you're strengthening the most important muscle of all, which is awareness. So every return matters. And it's a beautiful thing because actually your mind and your body remember because each meditation session expands on each meditation session. And every time you sit, even for a few minutes, your nervous system will start to reset faster. Your body's going to start to relax deeper, and you'll be able to reconnect with yourself more easily. And another thing I want to share is you can't fail at meditation. So there's no right way or perfect track record required. Every single time you sit, every single time you do it, you cannot fail. When your mind feels busy or it's been weeks since you last practiced, that's the moment you come back. The moment you come back, you're succeeding. And for those that maybe have tried this and have felt like they failed, you didn't. You just didn't have the right support or the tools or the framework to help you. So you've heard me share about the framework, the tools, but I also want to show what it looks like in real life. So this is Kelly. Her mind was busy, full of noise, and she wasn't sure she could sit still or stay consistent. But once she started with me, everything changed. And now she says it is her go-to way to reset, recharge, and come back to herself. Kelly's story is a reminder that you just need the right support and guidance, something simple, flexible, and designed for real life. So we'll go back to our quiz to see if we got the answers right. So question number 1 was your body, aka your nervous system, can't tell the difference between a real threat and the thoughts in your head. So true or false? True. Question number 2, the quality of your thoughts and emotions directly impact what you attract in your life. True or false? True. Yep. Question number 3, your mind is like a muscle. The more consistently you train it, the calmer and stronger it becomes. True. Yeah. Question 4, meditation is about stopping all your thoughts and having a blank mind. False. And question number 5, true or false? Even 5 minutes of meditation can begin to rewire your brain. That is true. Very exciting. Okay, so let's use the knowledge created to create calm that actually works for you in your life. So by now you can see what it's possible for you to start using these tools with consistency and support. But I don't just want you to take my word for it. Let me show you what's happened to some of the amazing people who have meditated with me. So they've found calm, they've learned a lot, learned many techniques, they've feel more equipped to start a consistent meditation practice and feel I have found an inner calm that I've been missing. So I want to take a moment to share a bit about my story with you briefly because I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed, anxious, and completely disconnected from yourself. And I know that calm and freedom aren't just possible, but they're available to you as well. So after years working in healthcare and really never taking proper enough care of myself and my stress levels, I found myself completely burnt out. I was anxious, exhausted, disconnected, and struggled to sleep. And I didn't know what to do, but I knew I needed something to change. So in 2017, I literally accidentally stumbled upon meditation through another program I had signed up for. And at first it was hard. My mind was busy, my stress level was through the roof, and I struggled to meditate. So I taught myself. I started with small mindful activities, tiny moments that helped me to slow down just enough to sit in silence. And that's when things really started to shift. It was also hard for me at that time because I didn't know anyone that meditated. But as I kept going, I started to notice huge transformations, physically, mentally, emotionally. And for the first time, I found a calm that I'd only ever experienced on vacation. And I realized that I could access it anywhere. I began to heal from burnout, anxiety, people pleasing, and self criticism after teaching myself how to meditate through everything I learned. I was able to set boundaries, self compassion, and started creating the kind of life I always wanted, one filled with peace, presence, and purpose. And this picture you see here on the top right, that was taken on a family vacation when I just realized that my anxiety was completely gone. And I was present, I was truly happy, and I was finally free. And that realization that I could live without anxiety, without constant stress, completely changed my life. And in that moment, I knew I didn't just want to keep this peace for myself, I wanted to help others find it as well. So I started initially teaching in person and online. And I started teaching different aspects of meditation, different techniques, and students that were attending my classes were feeling great. They were enjoying the classes, and I would make some tweaks here and there to further improve it. If it was going well, I started to notice that students that were attending multiple of my sessions, and myself included, were really transforming our lives. I also noticed that the students that had missed some of my sessions were still struggling with some of the areas that I had actually taught. And that is when I realized that if I teach meditation within these 5 proven paths, students can really transform their lives. My life completely changed, And I knew that this path would work for a lot of people and have the potential to help a lot of people. So what if you could finally feel that same calm, the kind that stays with you no matter what's happening around you? So I invite you just to close your eyes if you like for just a second. Imagine what it would take, what it would feel like to finally take a deep breath, feel the weight lift off of you, no racing thoughts, no tension, just a quiet, calm settling into your body. What would it look like to wake up feeling clear, grounded, and confident, knowing you can handle whatever your day brings without losing your center? And what would it look like to take care of yourself without the guilt, to rest when you say no, when you mean it, and know that you're still enough? And what would it feel like to feel deeply connected to yourself, to trust your intuition, to your heart, and stop second guessing who you are? So living each day in alignment with your life, living in peace and calm isn't something that you chase. It's the way that you are. And yes, this is possible. So would you rather wake up already feeling anxious, like your mind's been on all night, giving to everyone else all day and ending up completely drained by the evening, trying to meditate, but getting frustrated when your mind just won't stop racing and giving up? Or beginning your day calm and centered with a peaceful mind that actually feels good, moving through your day, feeling like you're no longer having to absorb everyone else's emotions, and being able to meditate effortlessly and noticing calm even when life gets messy. So by now you've seen that change is possible. A few intentional minutes a day can calm your mind, shift your energy, strengthen your awareness so you can just show up as the grounded, peaceful version of you that's been there all along. And that's exactly what I'm here to help you do, to take everything we've talked about today and make it real so you can stop trying to place it all together on your own and start living that calm, clear, and free version of your life that you've been working so hard to be. So this, after I realized that if people meditate, they see huge changes to their lives, it's a fantastic thing. Meditation is great for everyone. However, by using my 5-step proven process, students can really transform their lives. Here is my 5-step process. So if you would like my help to get the full transformation, then I would like to invite you to my new course. And if your eyes are still closed, please open your eyes so you can see this. So welcome to the easy button to break free from chaos and find your calm. This is my step-by-step process I teach inside my new course, The Mindful Path to Freedom. We explored some of the concepts that are in some of these modules, but this really takes you through a proven path. So it's designed to take you from stress and overthinking to calm, clarity, and alignment, one gentle step at a time. So the first step is the mindful me. So that's quieting the noise. So starting by calming your busy mind, learning strategies you can add into your day in only minutes, you'll create a simple, sustainable practice that brings you back into the present moment, even on your busiest days. And then we move to unblock me, which is about freeing your energy and your emotions. It's healing what's stuck beneath the surface. You'll balance your energy centers and release old emotions and patterns so that you can feel lighter, clearer, and more at peace. And then step 3 is compassionate me. So this is about filling your cup first, learning to give from overflow and not depletion. So you'll rebuild compassion to yourself, prevent burnout, and protect your energy so you can show up for others without losing yourself. And then step 4 is manifest me. And this is where we really look to set intentions with your mind and your energy. So it's about bringing mindfulness and manifestation together, setting clear intentions, taking inspired action, and to start attracting the calm, confidence, and abundance that you've been craving, combining ancient strategies using the 8 limbs of yoga along with modern techniques. And then finally, step 5, which is align me. And this is where we are going to awaken your purpose. So stepping fully into alignment with your higher self. You'll release what no longer serves you, trust your intuition, create your life from a place of peace, flow, and freedom. So I'm so excited to introduce you to the Mindful Path to Freedom, my new online program, this simple 5-step path to finding calm, releasing stress, and the patterns that no longer serve you, and reconnecting with your true self so you can live the dream life you deserve. You can walk a proven path with support without wasting years trying to figure it out and just being stuck on the same spot. So this is my signature program. It's a complete heart-centered journey designed to help you move from chaos to calm. And there is nothing like that out there. So that's why I needed to create something like this. And the best part is it's simple, it's doable, and it's designed to fit into your busy life. So you can finally make meditation work for you and not against your schedule. So in this program, we're going to learn how to quiet your mind, release stress, and build a meditation that actually fits inside your life. Shift your energy and release emotional weight that's been draining you, leaving you feel lighter and more connected to yourself. Help you to be kinder to yourself, learn to give to others from a place of fullness, not depletion, so you feel balanced and whole. And by the end, you're going to awaken your soul's potential and step fully into the calm, confident, and abundant person that you were meant to live. So with my online program, you'll get a complete step-by-step video or audio training library that guides you through the lessons and meditations as we go through this proven path. And this is what I wish I had when I first started. It's giving you the step-by-step tips and strategies that you can do at your own pace when it's convenient for you. And this is probably the most exciting thing about the whole program. And again, because I didn't have anyone I knew that meditated, it was hard for me at the start. So I created a community where you can get guidance, support, and encouragement from myself, the rest of the group, and anytime you need it. And because I want to make sure you are really supported, we will also create sacred containers, which are smaller groups that are available through our community so you can get to know some people on a deeper level and help keep people inspired, accountable, and schedule weekly check-ins if you like, either online or even just checking in to ensure that you're staying on track with your goals. You will have lifetime access to all the video and audio lessons and all materials in this course, the private community, any further future additions, updates, and bonus offerings. And this includes the workbooks that I have made to specifically help you reflect and really dial into the content. I have one-page resources, slide decks, all available for you to use as quick references. So you have everything that you need right at your fingertips. And I also have included my curated playlists for each module that I've spent years building these playlists. And I've found that it's important to have something to just get you into the mood. So to really set up the tone for yourself and helps you to train your nervous system to get into that meditation mode. And this is a year that I really am not playing small anymore. And I'm not playing small with what I will be providing to you either. And to make finding calm and inner peace even more simpler and more effective, I've added these bonuses. So I want to add the Calm Within module, which gives you everything you need to build a strong, lasting meditation practice. So if you're new to meditation or if you've been struggling with adding it into your day, you can stop second guessing and struggling and finally find the consistency you desire. Bonus number 2 is I'm also adding in the chakra intensive module. So this allows you to go even deeper into your energetic system to really look at clearing the stuck patterns and really supercharging your healing journey. So if you find yourself really stuck in old patterns, you'll really benefit from this module. And then because I know your life is busy, I want to ensure that you stay on track to meet your goals. So I've created support. So I'm running twice monthly live group coaching calls. And don't worry, the recordings are always posted shortly after we wrap up. So you can always get the direct guidance, the accountability, and the clarity you need to stay on track and apply what you're learning. So our first session we'll be diving into right off the gate is into meditation. And I'm going to actually show you my top 2 tips for adding meditation into your day, something that no one is teaching right now. And I will show you a few examples. And then we're going to go through everyone's routine who wants to share their routine and really help them figure out the best time for them to add meditation into their day. And because I know everyone's pace is different in completing this program, I've also created a Chaos to Clarity planner where you can decide what pace you want to do the program at based on how much available time you have in your schedule. So this could be anywhere from 5 weeks to 16 weeks. So you can save your planner on your device or post it and hang it up as a reminder of what you need to do to stay on track to completing it and stay on track to your goals here. So what would it be worth to you to feel calm and finally in control of your thoughts, have the energy to show up for both the people you love and yourself, and feel grounded, happy, and trusting yourself over and over again? So I said we're not playing small this year. So all of this in our Mindful Path to Freedom course, you're going to get your go at your own pace video lessons, guided meditations, a $2,500 value, workbooks, slides, one-pagers, $700 value, carefully curated playlists, $100 value, lifetime access to the course, $1,997 value, the Calm Within, $97 value, the Chakra Intensive, $147 value, twice monthly live group coaching for 3 months, $1,000 value, the Chaos to Clarity planners, that's a $30 value, and then a private online community for support, feedback, and accountability, which is priceless. So that brings us to a total value of $65.71. But that's not what the investment of the course is going to be. So the investment of the course is actually $11.11. And this is Canadian, so if you're somewhere where the dollar is better, this will be less for you. So if you're in the States or England or somewhere. But I wanted to do something even better. So because this is my first time putting together this full complete course with all the bells and whistles, I am providing a special founding member pricing. All that I ask is that you commit to the program and let me know your feedback along the way so I can really make sure that this is the best program out there. This is the only time I'm going to be offering this. So I will drop the link in now in the chat, into the chat. Sorry, let me just drop it in. I got too busy chatting. Let me just drop this in. Okay. 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 But then I thought I could do something even better. So I really wanted to make a masterclass bonus because I'm so grateful for you for attending this session out of your busy day, and I wanted to offer you an additional bonus. So instead of 3 months of live coaching, I wanted to offer 1 year. So 1 year of live coaching and support as you move through this program, really helping you to stay on track. So this is one of the students that I have. This is Josie, who Josie went through my program and she noticed the benefit. She felt a profound sense of peace during a time of deep uncertainty. And she says that Christina's course has infused my life with a profound sense of peace, during a time of deep uncertainty. The lessons resonate deeply, continuing to guide me as I navigate this journey. And then there's Amber, who made decisions with her intuition and doing it on her own with no male influence. I love that. So I've been doing the course and loving it. The information, the meditations are transformative. I appreciate the ability to do it on my own time at my own pace, plus repeat any lessons that I need to. This has helped my meditation practice so much. Not only are my meditations deeper, but the results in my everyday life as well. Thank you. I'm off to pick up my new vehicle. The exciting part is I made these decisions with my intuition and I'm doing it on my own with no male influence. This is monumental. Meditation has absolutely helped me to get here, and I'm so excited to receive. I love that. So I believe in this so deeply that I offer a 30-day no-risk guarantee. So do the work, and if you don't experience a meaningful shift, I'll refund you, no questions asked. So your investment with this program is you get all of these options with it. You get your go at your own pace video lessons and guided meditations, your workbooks, slides, one-pagers, your carefully curated playlists, your lifetime access to the course. You get the Calm Within, the Chakra Intensive, twice monthly live grouping coaching calls for 3 months, the Chaos to Clarity planners, a private online community for support, feedback, and accountability, and the fast action bonus of the additional live coaching for 1 year. So total value 95.71. So again, your investment is 597 if you pay in full, or the cash flow friendly path for 3 months of 217. So once you purchase the course, so just head over to the enrollment page and just choose the plan that is best for you. So that's the link that I posted into the chat. And then once you purchase the course, you'll get a welcome email. So take a look at your inbox, including your spam or your junk mail. If you don't see an email, just email me at support@gomeditate.me or send me a DM. And this email will give you your login to the course library, where you'll make your username, your password, and you will be given immediate access to the Mindful Path to Freedom and your 2 bonus courses. And I just wanted to finish with some inspiration from students I've had that have done these courses individually and seen some real change. Thank you, Christina. I see now gentle dedication along with group support can do it. I struggled to get still. My mind would spiral and my anxiety increased with thoughts of, I don't know how to meditate. I can't get it right. These doubting thoughts caused me to procrastinate and to avoid it altogether. But having Christina's daily guidance with her voice so soothing, like a warm blanket of safety around you, I was able to quiet the mind and go within. All the tools she provided throughout the journey to create stillness have been invaluable. I'm noticing profound shifts in self-limiting beliefs. I experienced an emotional release that has never happened to me before. Christina was somehow able to tap into affirmations that deeply resonated with me, in addition to being able to tap into my heart chakra, which I didn't even realize how blocked it was. I love the course. I had some deep experiences that have been amazing. It's getting easier for me to feel safe and really let go. The ideas you shared and gentle suggestions made it feel manageable and something that can be continued. I feel way more at peace after amazing meditation. It was unreal, Christina. You are so gifted, and thank you for sharing your gift with me. It was needed. Okay, so you get lifetime access to all of this. So I will leave this up here. And again, this is all the value that you get in the program, which is designed to save you a ton of time, a ton of frustration, and to truly get a deeply impactful transformation. So thank you so much for attending. And I'd love to take any questions you have now about the course. And I do have the bonus. I do have the slides from the class today. So what I'm going to do is I'll just put that in the chat, so then you can have everything at your fingertips here. Okay, so I have a question here. Thank you. Is there a small movement to go with the meditation, like how we started in the beginning? So there's different movement exercises that we will be doing and recommending as far as really going into, I'm going to dive into, for example, the mindful walking is a big one that we dive into. We go into really big detail with that. And again, if you go through the course and you want even more of that, I can also make sure that we do that in our coaching session as well. Add more movements into that. That's the benefit of having these coaching sessions is whatever you want. Ahead of time, you could just email me a question or a comment of something that you're needing help with and you're wanting me to cover. And then I can make sure to cover that during our coaching program. But yes, there is some movements in the program as well. Yeah. And mindful walking is one of my favorites. Yeah. Really enjoy it. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. And I'd love to know. Oh, thank you. Yay, Charlene. We're so excited to have you. Yes. So excited. And I'd love to know what you're most excited about for adding meditation into your life. And are you feeling more ready to take a mindful life after having this lesson today? Yes, awesome. Awesome. So ready. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So a question I have about the payment plans. I'll just share my screen here. Mm, and we'll just bolt to it. I'll just bring up that quick little summary of the whole thing here. Yeah, so here we've got the pay in full option. So it's 597 and you save $54 by doing that, or there's the monthly payments of 217. So those are the two options that we have. And then I don't have time to complete the course now, but don't want to miss out on the deal. Yes. So after this, the founding member group, we will go up to the regular price. So we're going to get some feedback and all of that. So we'll go up with the price, but you will have lifetime access to this course. You do not have to complete it now. So after this round, just know that the investment will go up, but again, you'll have lifetime access to the course so you can complete it at any time. And if something like that happens, you just let me know you don't want to be put in a sacred container or start that at that point, and I won't put you into a group or anything like that. So that's an option. Yeah, you're welcome. And then I have another question. What levels is this program for? I think you're like, so it's for all levels, maybe what you're meaning. So beginners, intermediate, and experience. So that's why we have different paces, the add-on modules to really help you no matter what levels you're at or what help you needed. Yeah, great questions. Thank you. Any other questions? Any other questions about me you'd like answered? Anything at all? I'm opening the floor for any questions you might have. Any questions about meditation? Any questions about mindfulness, manifestation? So the course starts today. So today is the first day. And how long we have to decide how to jump in. So that's a great question. So the masterclass bonus, where I'm giving the year of free coaching. So that's for 4 days. So you can take time today to think about it, and I want to give you a few days just to think about it as well. So that is good for 4 days. And then the course registration closes on Sunday. So Sunday is the last day to get into the course. Yeah, so you can take a couple days to see if this resonates. If you're ready to just jump on in, you jump on in. We'd love to have you. And if you want to take a few days just to think about it, you'll get the year of free coaching for 4 days. And after this, I will be sending you some emails as well, just reminding you about the course along with the recording of the session today if you wanted to rewatch it or watch any parts of it again. Okay, how did we do? I didn't do too bad. I seem to lose track of time. I always seem to lose track of time. Okay, so maybe I'll stay on for 5 more minutes, just in case there are any more questions. If anyone has any more questions. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. You're welcome. I'd love to know, what was your favorite secret that I talked about today? What was your favorite one? I like all three. Oh, the calm conditioning method. Awesome. Okay. When are the live classes? So yeah, first of all, the live classes are recorded. And right before the live classes, I'll send a reminder out for the class 24 hours ahead of time. And I'll also, I have a little Google Doc that you can put in if you have any questions, but you can also put the questions onto our private community group as well ahead of time if you can't make it. And the sessions are recorded. So the sessions are always, it's the first Tuesday of every month from 8 to 9 p.m. Mountain Time. And then the second last Thursday of every month from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'll make sure to, and I email that out, and that's within our module as well. Yeah, and there's no expectation that you have to attend the live coaching calls. They're just like the sprinkles on top of a cupcake. Oh, good. Thank you, Bonnie. Your biology changes with your energy. Yeah, that was a good one. So just let me know if you have any questions at all about the course, about meditation, mindfulness, about me. Any questions for me? And I'll just stay on for 2 more minutes just to see if there are any more questions. Thanks, Bonnie. Oh, welcome, Bonnie. Yeah, we're excited to have you. Yeah, excited to have you join us. Oh, we got all sorts of, I like the rocket ships. Okay, so one more minute. Anything else? Any other questions that are coming up? Sometimes the questions come a little bit longer. I hope everyone has a really good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. You'll get some emails from me coming up in the next couple days, just talking about the program. And thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.